Hello, Chef Marcus Guiliano here, your favorite restaurant marketing maniac. So, it's early in the morning here. I want to say good morning, but you're probably not watching this video as early as me. It's 5 a.m. here, and I'm rocking stuff out in the office. I feel awesome when I get in early in the morning. So, I want to talk today. Today's lesson is website design and website marketing. Notice how I said and, website design and website marketing. So here's the most common misconception. This is the most common misconception about websites that I want to share with you right now. So, people hire a designer to build a website. And then they put it out there and they leave it alone. And they leave it alone and it just sits there. And they might, in the restaurant situation, you might update specials or events, upcoming musicians, upcoming wine dinners, beer dinners, New Year's Eve, things like that. But your homepage stays stagnant usually, and there's not really much going on different on your website. Now, Google likes you to make changes to your website. Google, when they scour the websites, they like you to put new content on, fresh content. Makes your website go up in rankings. But here's the main thing why I said the and part. A website designer and a website marketer are two different people, two different functions. You might be able to get a website designer that's very savvy on marketing your website and be able to do the proper SEO, search engine optimization. SEO is not dead by any means. SEO is not dead. SMO, social media optimization, is really what people are focusing on now, but that's with the hashtags and stuff like that and your handle names. But SEO work, good old-fashioned website, is where you need to really apply marketing to as well. You just cannot neglect this. So this happens to a lot of my coaching clients. When I get a new coaching client, we look at their website. The first thing I do is look at their website, and I'm like, your web designer threw some keywords on there, did a little bit of this, did a little bit of that, did not cover the basics of what it takes to create a website that's going to grab somebody in 3 to 7 seconds and say, I want to buy from this place. That's what needs to happen. They make it where you have to scroll down, you have to click buttons, and you have to go all these other places to make you want to buy. Okay, I learned a long time ago, and I've tried to tell when I talk to Chamber of Commerce's, when you're promoting the area, you put everything that's good on that top of the fold, and it's right there. So when people log on and people see this Chamber of Commerce website or this tourism website, they're going to know what to do right then and there in the first fold of the website. In 3 to 7 seconds, they're going to say, I want to go there. I want to go visit that place. I want to go skydive, hang glide, ski, whatever it is. I want to go there and do that. But most of these websites make you have to search, okay, in the search bar, local attractions, and then it lists everything A to Z. And one of the best attractions might start with the letter M, so you never even get down to scrolling to them. I want to see that when you pop on. Now, in the restaurant world, it's super important, and really all kinds of websites, it's super important to cover certain things, like your awards and accolades should be. I was working with somebody yesterday on this exact same thing on their website. Your awards and accolades should be right up front. When somebody logs on, bam, this is what we're known for. This is the awards we've gotten. This best restaurant, this best burger, best chef. And some of you are going to say, well, I don't have any awards. You have something that you can brag about. Featured in, or take all your Yelp 5-star reviews and snapshot them and put them on a rotating carousel or rotating, pictures on there and say, we have 100 5-star reviews on Yelp. Find out why, visit us and put something that's captivating right then and there. If you're the chef, stand there. Stand there and look directly into the eyes of the people that are logging onto your website. Talk about your passion. Talk about your mission. Talk about your why. Don't have your back turned. Don't show an empty restaurant. A lot of places still show empty restaurants. There's no emotions and feelings in an empty restaurant. Okay, these are a lot of things that a normal website designer will not cover. And here's why. A lot of website designers are not marketers, okay? Thus, you need somebody to market your restaurant. So the two need to work hand in hand, not only for SEO, but for all those other things that go into making a fantastic website to make it pop. And 3 to 7 seconds is what you have to grab their attention to say, I'm going there for dinner. Because if not, people have attention span of a gnat. And if you don't have something right then, they're going to the next website. They're going to the next website. So think about your bragging rights. Think about you as it's easier to build it's easier to build somebody up as a personal brand than a business. So if you're the chef owner, by all means, if you're part of the restaurant, if you're the owner, put yourself on the website so people can see you and they can make an association with you as that restaurant, as part of that restaurant. Super important. And again, look into their eyes. Pictures of the dining room with people having a fun time eating. If you're showing a picture of food, have some kind of human element in there. Have somebody's hand in there, like grabbing a fork. If it's a cocktail, somebody's hand around it. Preferably a female with nail polish, nice hand, grabbing a martini glass. Just don't put a picture of a martini sitting up there. Add some other elements. I do actually have a downloadable course. It's about 10 steps to taking better photos, better smartphone photos, specifically smartphone photos for the restaurant industry. And I cover a lot of things in my book, 50 Mistakes That Business Owners Make, 50 Mistakes That Restaurant Owners Make. There's 50 tips in here that I've used, that are proven to work, that have actually helped me triple my business, and really turn my business around many years ago, as I've learned. So the problem with you doing the website yourself, the problem with a lot of these website designers is they make it too easy for people to do websites. You get on a platform like Wix or Weebly. I really don't recommend. A lot of people don't recommend Wix because it's a slow operating system. Is from what I hear. A lot of people say it's too slow. It's too slow. A lot of the website designers say no. But they make it so easy for anybody to drag and drop a website that everybody's doing their own websites nowadays, and they're doing them wrong. So they're not hiring a professional designer. They're not hiring somebody to market their website, to look at the keywords, and they're making up the keywords themselves. And they put it up there, and they wonder why their restaurant's not getting any traffic. So every time that a Google specialist, a website specialist says, Marcus, let me redo your website. This I can do this, and this. I said, well, let's look at my numbers first. Let's look at my analytics. So you can take your Google Analytic code and put it on there in the footer of your website, and it'll track where people are going. You can see on your website, okay, they go to my homepage and they go to my menu page, and they drop off here, and it graphs everything out for you. And when I show them my numbers, now I've done my own website, by the way. I learned from an SEO guy years ago, in 2004 when we first opened. I learned from an SEO guy, good friend of mine, taught me the SEO basics, and then I just ran with it. So every single website guy who looks at my analytics, or gal, says, I can't do anything for you. You have four to five times the average views on your website of the restaurant industry, the average of the restaurant industry. They go, you're crushing it on your views, unique views, on how long people are staying on your site, because again, I'm putting fresh content. I'm putting up new blog posts, I'm putting up new videos, I'm putting up new seasonal things, I'm putting up a YouTube video about, going to a local sunflower oil pressing plant, which is right there. I do stuff like that, so it captivates people. People want to watch things, so people go on and they look at new information, and Google likes it because it's keeping it fresh. So that's my spiel on your website. Get a good designer and get a good marketer. Have the two work together. Cover the cognitive biases. Ooh, is that something new? The cognitive biases, like I told you to put up all your accolades. That's the authority bias. When people see that you've been featured in the New York Times, they're going to say, I want to eat at a restaurant that's been featured in the New York Times. Voted #1 chef 2015. I want to eat at a restaurant that had the #1 chef in 2015. You put your accolades on there, and if you don't have something you don't think you can, believe me, you can find certain accolades. Been in business 15 years, the longest running seafood restaurant in such and such county, in such and such valley, in such and such city. That, when people log on, oh wow, if they're the longest running seafood restaurant in this town or this county or this valley, they must be doing something right for 15 years or 20 years or 30 years. Whatever it is, make sure you captivate people and say, that's where I want to eat, because they have that authority. There's a lot of other biases to cover too, cognitive biases to cover too. In a lot of my work, you can download this stuff. If you go on to 50 Mistakes, if you go on to the link that's on the bottom of this website, on the bottom of this video, the YouTube, you can actually get this book for free. And if you decide to take the little order bump there, which you can get my second book, you'll get 3 courses. 3 courses. And we cover the cognitive biases. We cover iPhone, smartphone photography. All that stuff is included in there for a few bucks more. And you get 2 books. It's really an awesome deal. So go check that out. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything, drop them and I'll be happy to answer.